Greetings and welcome to our very first new stigma-free meeting in Tenafly. I'm Hercules Invictus. I'm the chairman of the committee, and with us is our liaison to the council, Julie O'Connor. And we also have some
Hello.
who are here joining us, and I'm hoping they form the core of our group. So we'll start with everybody. Please introduce yourself. We'll start with Pamela.
Hi, everyone. My name is Pamela Kulisek. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I actually was part of the group originally, but the meetings were being held on Mondays and it conflicted with a client that I was seeing at that time. So I would pop in as often as my schedule allowed. Here in Tenafly for 13 years now. I've been a Tenafly resident. My son graduates from high school this year.
Congratulations.
And yes, thank you. And that's it.
Thank you very much. Linda?
Hi, my name is Linda Steffi, and I do know Pamela from high school. I am a social worker. I've been in the field since 1980s, late 80s, and currently, I'm working as a school social worker. I live in Tenafly since '96, pretty much most of the time, a little gap in residence, but I'm back, and that's pretty much it. So I'm glad to be a part of your initiative here.
Thank you, and I'm very glad you're here. Julie.
Yes, so my name is Julie O'Connor. I live near the Stillman School District, and I've been on the council for 3 years. I guess I'm in my 4th year. It's hard to say. I came on board just before pandemic, so it's like all the years get mixed up. Anyway, but yeah, I'm now the liaison for Stigma Free. I know that Hercules and I were working pretty hard to start it back up after Amy, unfortunately had to move on us. That was a shame. But I'm really excited for all the things Hercules got planned. And I'm also the liaison for the Board of Health. So I think there's a nice overlap with that. And I also am the liaison for the Environmental Commission. And so wherever we have opportunities to kind of cross-pollinate ideas, I think that's always going to be beneficial to the town. So
I agree.
Thanks for having me.
And I've worked before with Julie. She is a tireless fighter for the rights of people, for the rights of Tenafly, for the rights of animals, for the rights of the environment. So I'm greatly, greatly honored to have her be our liaison. Last but not least, Corinne Erdman. Greetings, Corinne. How are you?
Hello, everyone. I'm Karen Erdman. I've been a volunteer with the HSA through my kids. My kids, one is a senior and a junior at the THS. I've also been a liaison to Tenafly CAP, the Chemical Awareness Program, and also to PASSET, which is the Parent Organization for Special Education. So I'm glad to be here. I joined Stigma towards the end of last year. So I'm excited that it's been restarted. Thank you, Hercules.
And thank you, Corinne, for being here. And you're awesome. I've worked with you before with
Yes.
the elections. And you're a phenomenal person. So I'm very glad that you're here with us tonight.
Thank you.
And I'll just share a little bit about myself. I've worn many hats and I've done very many things, but of relevance to this committee, most of my professional career has been in psychiatric rehabilitation, in vocational rehabilitation, in workforce development, and establishing student intern volunteer programs. So that comes in terms of relevance to my background and what I'm bringing to the table. We'll go down the agenda. We did the welcome, we did the introduction. Now I'm proud to announce that Tenafly is a stigma-free town officially, and a proclamation has been issued.
Yes.
And Julie can tell us about that.
Yes, at this last Tuesday night's meeting in the council, we passed the proclamation May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we passed a proclamation that says that Tenafly is proud to be a stigma-free community. Oh, can I just add one more thing for my introduction? Because so many of the people here mentioned they have kids in the schools. I have twins, and they're sophomores in the Tenafly High School. So I don't know if they might know some of your kids, but I also have some kids in the high school. That's what I just wanted to say.
Awesome.
But yes, I'm very happy with the proclamation, and yes, that's the latest there. Yes.
Thank you very much, Julie. So I'm very excited by this proclamation. I saw a draft of it a while ago, and I'm looking forward to posting it everywhere to share with everyone.
Yes.
Now, I set some goals for April, and I believe we have most of the goals done by now, but I'm just going to quickly review them. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. The first goal for April 2023 was create a new Tenafly Stigma free group on Facebook to serve as the nucleus of a virtual community. It will also serve as a forum, a bulletin board, and a resource bank. That group has been started. Is everybody here in the group?
Yes.
Okay, Pamela and Linda, are you in the group?
Yes.
Yes. You know, I have to go in and check. I actually requested because I'm not really active on Facebook, and so I have to go back and make sure. But I did request.
Okay, I will accept everybody, of course, who wants to help out. So if you're there in the waiting thing, I will definitely accept you. What I will do for our next meeting to make it easier is I will PM the information to everybody in one form. I did it a little earlier for the mayor, for Julie, and for Omar, where I put all the information together. I'll do this for everybody on PM, or if you prefer email, just give me your email. I have some of your emails.
Yes, you have one.
And, I'll do that as well. So before the meeting, wherever you go to look, all the information will be there, and it'll be very handy.
Okay, great.
Is there any comment or suggestion about the group? Is it okay? Do you want anything changed? Do you feel anything could be better? Can we make it more useful? Yes, Corinne.
I was wondering, I noticed that there is a spot in the town's website for Stigma Free, but it has not been updated. Maybe we can work on that as well as a communication.
That is an excellent suggestion. Julie, can we do that?
Yes, anything that you would like to put there, we can email that content to Omar, and he will, Omar, for anyone who doesn't know, is our borough clerk, and he will update that accordingly. Like, for example, even minutes of this meeting, if I think Hercules talked about like taking notes about this meeting, that could get also onto the website. The only thing I would caution is you might not want to put everything on the website, you know, because you're probably going to be waiting a while, like a little bit of a lag time, but definitely, like, you know, pick your top shelf things, and then you could send them to Omar. He's the only one with the access to building the page. But I agree, you want people to know that they can go to that town page and find the information. Perhaps he give you I definitely think you should have the link to the Facebook group at least on that page as well.
That is an excellent idea, Corinne. Thank you.
Maybe.
I will write something. I'll do the minutes and things for the first meeting, but I am going to ask if anybody would like to take on that function. But I'll do the first one. And Julie, is it okay if I send it to you to make sure that it's in the best format for the county webpage, or the borough webpage rather?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Fantastic.
And then if you give me the go ahead, like I'll just look through it, but I'll send it off to Omar and ask him to post it.
Thank you so much.
And you might want to think of in terms of if you decide like what your next event is or meeting, that could be listed there too, or we can definitely put that on the town calendar too, for, you know, if you choose.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. I'm using the same group all the time, the Age of Heroes group. So I just need to send that once. It's already been sent today, but I'll send it under a designation. And then if when we're having a meeting, that could just be posted, and then people can very easily, come to the meeting, or even if just to observe and listen. Okay, next goal, reach out to potential members and guests for Tenafly Stigma Free Committee. And you guys who are here are the result of that reaching out. So that goal has been accomplished. How can we do it better? How can I reach out more effectively? Does anyone have any suggestions?
I don't know about
Well,
past,
I would, oh,
sorry.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I just meant past members. We're still, who may not know that the committee came back up, or
Whatever contact information I had for past members, I sent out emails, tracked down whatever telephone numbers we could, and I personally called people. So our information was lacking. I remember there being more members when I was active in the committee toward the beginning and the early days of it. But we didn't have any like names and telephone numbers on record. So if you know anybody who's in the old committee, if any of you, Pamela, if you know anybody who's in the old committee who wants to re-engage, they'll be welcomed with open arms.
Yeah, I plan on reaching out to a couple of members. I know my son was doing it, but he'll be leaving in fall for school. So, but I did plan on reaching out to a couple just to see. I thought that it would have been a little bit more of the original members that returned.
yeah, I think I have a list.
Excuse me.
I'll send that to you.
Thank you. If anyone, yeah, if anyone also has information, please send it to me and I will follow through like within at most a week. Usually within a couple of days, I'm able to follow through with things. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and just a quick thing. This is Julie. I did just want to tell everyone that luckily Hercules had like an email that had everyone's emails on it, and that's where we were able to pull some of the former members' emails. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't have everyone's phone numbers from back then. So yes, definitely any information you all have would be very helpful. But also, I was thinking, since so many of us have kids in the schools, and I know that Hercules is going to cover this later with the May events, but we do have some high schoolers and stuff who are interested in the topic, and I just thought if someone had thoughts on how to expand our work, but because I think that last year I remember the Lime Out, it was connected with the school, and that was very successful. So, you know, just thinking about growing numbers that way, you know, maybe some of the school connections, maybe with the guidance counselor, but I'm not privy to exactly who was the liaison in the school, but it might be good to touch base with that person.
Does anyone here have connections with the school? I work with the younger kids with after school activities, but I don't really have a connection with the school. Karen, you have?
Yes, it would be Miss Jessica Lopes. She's the student assistant counselor.
Would you like to reach out to her, or would you like to? Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's also part of CAP, so yeah.
Okay, awesome. Anybody else have any connections that they would like to introduce to our committee? Because we can have guests from other committees, other organizations being regular members of our group, or some of them whenever they can attend, because they have other obligations they need to meet. With the access for all committee, it's the same thing. We have people who belong to different departments or people who belong to different organizations. And here with Stigma Free too, I know we had several organizations that have dealt with sitting in on various times and cooperating with us on projects. I still have a very good relationship with the Alumni in Recovery, which is Nancy Laboff's agency. So I've been in contact with her, and she said she might not be able to make every meeting, but once we set it up, she'll send a designee if she's not able to attend. So she'd like to be part of it as well.
Thanks.
Would you have somebody from the environmental committee come in as a regular?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I go to every meeting, so I'd be happy to. Tonight we have a meeting, so I'll tell them about the startup and see if you know, maybe just as a liaison too. But I could serve in that capacity as well. I'll let them know what you have going on and vice versa. For
Okay,
sure.
Thank you so very much. Next item, or does anybody else have anything to add to that one? No? Okay, I'll move on. Schedule a Zoom meeting to better get to know everyone and relaunch the Tenafly Stigma Free Committee. Welcome, we're here. And we will try to get more people for next time. Now, even though it's further down on the agenda, while we're here, I want to touch on it a little bit early. Some people have remarked that the days weren't convenient before for them and it limited their participation. I have Wednesdays. I believe it's the third Wednesday of the month. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah,
Just,
go ahead.
it depends on the time, Hercules, because you have something going on from 7:30 to 8:30 every third Wednesday of the month. Remember?
Right.
You don't remember? Yeah. So
No.
you have that. This would be earlier than that.
What time is what I have?
That's 7:30 at the third Wednesday of the month.
Yes. Is that?
I know I'm being like really obtuse right now to everyone else. It's a politics part, but I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm not like here in a politics capacity. It's just I'm just reminding of the meeting we had.
Okay, I will talk about that later. And right now, again, my memory's foggy, but it's okay. I'm in my 60s. Memory is foggy quite a lot.
But it's the third Wednesday of the month from 7:30 to 8:30. Is that other meeting that you and I are on?
Talking about now. Thank you.
Okay.
Wednesday's generally a good day. What's the best day for everybody? Since you're here, you get priority say. Karen, what is the best? Are there any good days for you, the best days?
Wednesdays or Thursdays are usually open.
Okay, Pamela?
Yeah, Thursdays are better for me. Wednesdays, every other, I see a client in the evenings. So it would be every other week. But it's just once a month that we're meeting still, I'm assuming. And so I can probably try to coordinate it around that since I meet with this individual bi-weekly.
Okay, and so Thursdays are the best so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm
and
free on Thursdays.
what days are best for you?
I don't know if you asked me, I didn't hear that, but this day is fine. The time is a little challenging because it's around, I have to run and pick up sometimes and things like that. I don't know if there's an ability to do it at 7 or something like that.
I will check my schedule for this month, for next month, to come up with the best. Like I'm going to aim for Thursdays, of course, with Wednesdays as a secondary back. Thursday's good for you?
Well, but just to be clear, though, Hercules, the any other Wednesday is fine. It was just the third Wednesday of the month you have that meeting.
Yes, I know.
Every other Wednesday is totally open. Okay.
But I do other things, and I have other meetings on Wednesday that aren't that don't have to do with politics.
Oh.
I'll check my calendar. And Linda, Wednesday's okay, but not the time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can make it work. It's just a tricky time. I might have to run out or run back.
After 7 is good?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay, Pamela and Karen, is after 7 better, is okay for you?
Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
And Julie, is like a Thursday or maybe a Wednesday after 7, not on a political meeting day, okay for you?
So Thursdays, unfortunately, are both my Board of Health and my Environmental Commission meetings.
Okay.
Thursdays usually are busy with meetings for me. However, there are errant Thursdays that are not, and that's totally fine. And later at night is great, no problem.
Fantastic.
If you just gave me like the date you were thinking of, then because usually the fourth Thursday of the month, or no, third. What are we right now? Are we in the third or the fourth week of the month?
I will tell you.
I can't remember.
Third.
Yeah, because this is the week that the third
The
Thursday of
third.
the month is
Mhm.
environmental commission for me, and then so like if it was the first Thursday of the month or something, like that's not a problem.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like so that could work fine. So
And
just throw out some dates and I'll jump in. I'm not sure if you're meeting every month though either. You know, I'm not sure your plan is on that.
I would like to. Would everybody here like to meet once a month, or do you want to do it every other month? Because we have flexibility.
Sure, I'm fine with that, if that
Me
works with
too.
everyone.
I'm fine with it too.
Yeah, so just keep me posted. Yeah, no problem.
So I'm
I'll let you know.
we go for once a month or once every other month.
Maybe just starting out, we can, and
I-
then we can come back and revisit it.
Okay, so once a month, and then we'll revisit it.
Mhm.
I guess by the summer, because during the summer people take off anyway.
Traveling, right?
Yeah. So how
Yes,
now
usually don't have it in July.
we do it once a month till the summer, and then at the summer we'll have a preliminary conversation about it, and then after the summer, let's see what everybody's availability is, and we'll take it from there. And let's see how much we accomplished, and we'll take it from there. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Okay, so I will contact Julie and find out which of our Wednesdays and Thursdays and what times coincide. Then if we can come to an agreement, because she's the liaison, that she needs to, to be there every time. I will contact everybody else, and I will let you know what the availability is, and then we'll decide on a date. And then for April, this counts as the meeting, and then for May and June, we'll set the meeting date. Is that good?
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. Anybody else want to add to that particular issue? Okay, the next one is launch a podcast that increases awareness of mental health issues and stigma-free initiatives activities. I have several mental health shows and I've shared them in the group. One of them is The Enchanted Self with Dr. Barbara Becker-Holstein. She's a women's empowerment psychologist and a positive therapist. She's an author. She's a filmmaker. She's done a lot of things. I worked on her in like public television, NJN, the PBS of New Jersey, way back in the day. So now she's on my channel. She also does her own things. So that's a mental health focused show. I also have another mental health focused show called Joyful Empowerment, where the host is a mental health professional. I'd like to say social worker, but I don't remember 100%, so I don't want to misrepresent her. But she has struggled with mental health issues herself. And some of her resolutions have come through the mental health process, and some have come through spirituality. So she has a show based on that. So sometimes the shows are mental health related, sometimes they're spirituality related, but this is her recovery. And she's bravely sharing it with other people, and she has guests on who talk to different things. So right now, those are the only ones that are regularly scheduled. And then I've done mental health shows throughout the years. And yesterday I interviewed Julie to start us going here. That's our first stigma-free show. And I posted an interview of Julie DeSimone. She's in charge of the Mayor's Wellness Campaign, the Conversations of a Lifetime, and several other, and stigma-free, I believe now too. I've been seeing that pop in the emails. So that's on a state level, and I've had her on, and I'll invite her back on now that stigma-free is appearing in her portfolio. So we can get lots of guests if they don't have to be from Tenafly. I've had authors on who struggled with mental illness and found ways of fighting their depression and things like that. So getting guests won't be a problem. I'd like to focus more on Tenafly though. So if anybody would like to be involved in that, in the mental health podcast, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to do what I'm doing now, but about the podcast. Or if anybody has any ideas that they'd like to see actualized in the podcast, please share them, and I will consider them. And if I can make them happen, I will make them happen. Anybody? Okay, onwards. Then we have promote upcoming mental health and wellness events, and I'll be talking about them at the end. There are 2, 4, 5 in May that I know of, and if you know of any others, we'll add.
Right.
Okay, so
No, I know you'll speak about Jalen's, I know. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the one I wanted to promote. Yeah.
okay, I'm going to promote all of these. And
Oh,
another-
by the way, wait, I just had an idea though, because it just came to me, Hercules.
okay,
What about, we can interview Jalen for your show to explain his project,
that would be fantastic.
because it was a project about teen suicide. So let me reach out to him and see if he would like to connect for an interview with you.
Check with
Yeah,
all-
that'll be a good one. Well, I'll actually be quiet now, and I'll let you explain to our colleagues what I'm
I'm gonna
talking
respond to what
about, because he's one of the events.
I'm going to respond to what you're saying. If he's under 18, we need to get a clearance from his, because he's a kid. So
Okay.
if he's find out if he's over 18 and then he's an adult. If he's under 18, he's a kid.
No, he's not.
We need to have like a
Then
parent.
does he have a parent like sign something or something? Like you
Is this
give
Jalen
something for
10?
him to sign?
Are we?
Yeah, that too.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, yes. Yes, he's a
So
teenager.
Jalen, as you probably know, is doing the project, right?
Yes,
So
yes, I do.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe he could go on and talk about it. But the Hercules, maybe you have a piece of paper his parents could sign, because I'm sure they'd be eager for him to do that, because it's a big project he's doing.
I will look online and find the form, and I will get it to Karen, and because we have connections to him, and let's see if they'll sign it. The parents can be present. I have no problem with
I
that.
can send you his parents' info.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karen. I
Sure.
think that would be good, right? That'd be a good guess.
Yes,
I think so too, and I would look for the quickest availability that I could to because it's at the end of May, and May 21st, I believe, his presentation. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely have him on if we can have him on before then, and we'll devote a whole show to him. We can do it on Zoom, so it winds up on YouTube, which has a wider audience than Blog Talk Radio.
But I know you were going to talk about various May events, so sorry if I got out of turn.
It's okay. I'm very grateful that everyone's here, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you. So thank you. Okay, promote upcoming mental health and wellness events. We're going to do that in a second. Help to reestablish the Tenafly Stigma-Free initiative in the community by becoming involved with relevant upcoming stigma-free mental health and wellness events. So that'll lead into the May events. Any questions so far? Anything with the goals for April, and if where we are with them is okay?
it's good. Hercules, I just wanted to mention that the Tenafly Educational Foundation's 5K run
Okay.
will have a health fair running at the same time. So I don't know if Stigma Free had been a sponsor or can get a table.
I contacted the senior center where the health and fitness event is taking place.
Yeah.
So they thought initially wanted to be a vendor, and it's like, no, I don't. We want to be a vendor. I want to represent two committees in the campaign that Tenafly is having. So I haven't heard back from them yet, but that's where that is.
Yeah, but for the 5K run, they have a separate health.
And the 5K run is on a different day?
It's on June 4th.
No,
Okay.
that's that first June event I was telling you about, Hercules, the first Sunday in June.
Does anybody
Yeah,
contact them
definitely should.
on them or a point for Karen? Okay, if you can send it, let me just write 5K run.
I don't know if you need to be a sponsor or not. I'll check with them.
Yeah,
The TEF, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
yeah, but it's the town of Tenafly. We're not selling anything or.
Right. No, yeah. That's
Oh,
just
yeah, sure.
committee, yeah.
Okay, the May events. One, Mental Health Awareness Month is the month of May. So that's going to be throughout the month of May. Really would like to, I'm going to find graphics online with Google Images and just plaster them every day in May so that that message repeats it over and over again. Does anybody have other ideas on how we could raise awareness about Mental Health Month?
Well, we could promote Jalen's event like we talked about.
Right.
And I think, and that's part of like a larger thing at the Englewood Library. So maybe, because I think Jalen initially mentioned that there was more things going on that day or those weekends. So since we're so close to Englewood, that might be worthwhile.
Linda
And
something too with the.
Yes. I was going to see if I could reach out to the library and see if they're interested in curating some young adult books with that focus on mental health needs, and the same with adult books. And we can set up a table in the youth room and one in the adult room with resources as well, and maybe put up a sign or whatever you guys have for
that's
promoting.
great.
Mhm.
Great idea.
Would we do that to coincide with Jaden's presentation in Englewood, or we would
I
pick?
think we could do it for the whole month of May.
Okay, that'd be
All month of May, yeah,
All right, Linda.
absolutely.
And I'll try to, even Pam, if
Good
you have any
job.
resources, we can put them on the table and things like that also.
Okay.
Nice.
And I would like to start, I would like to look at the resource for services that Thomas and others in the old committee had started putting together. That's on the website. There's a page or several pages that talk about all the resources that were available to people during the pandemic in Tenafly.
Yeah,
So
we did collect those.
Yeah, I want to look at that. I want to update it. And I really want to do a very slow but steady exploration of all the mental health services in like Bergen County. And I posted some like the resource net and the ones that are on the Bergen County site and so forth. But I want to do it more systematically and create a resource that even if it's a list of links for different things, that would direct anybody to anything that they need regarding mental health.
Do you have any signs that we would be able to post, like the green stigma-free signs that we put up in the library?
I don't. We have a budget though. So Julie, can we budget some signs in?
You definitely have the budget. So if you, I guess basically we just need a person to, pick the graphic out, or you know what I mean, and be like, this is what I want to order, and I could see if the town has specific vendors it'll use, but I think we need to have them like a little bit more of an order, so to speak, like we want 10 signs, this size, and, this logo, because there is a budget.
Yeah, I was just thinking the standard stigma-free even.
Yeah, me too. That's what was in my mind.
Well, what are we talking about? Just the regular? Is this for the event only, or because I know we had ordered some Tenafly Stigma.
We had lawn signs,
right? Because I have one
yeah,
since forever in my yard.
Yes.
And so
Yeah,
I was
me
wondering
too.
about those. Do we have any? Does anyone know like where they came from, where they were ordered, and if we had any that were not necessarily handed out from before?
I had some in my front yard too, and they disappeared.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still have mine.
we could repurpose those signs, but I have to briefly leave, and then if I miss anything, I can check in the notes, but I'll leave the meeting running in case I come back shortly.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I'll follow up with the library.
But yes, that'd be great. And if you need help with the library, let me know. Thank you.
Thank you.
But to her point about the sign, so if we're talking about maybe a banner or two or something like that for like these tabling events,
Yeah.
that let me know if that's what you're thinking. But I think we need to kind of like get a little bit more detail before I send it to the, because they'll be like, okay, what do you want to order? That whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So just decide, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe
The regular stigma-free signs would be great. Something for a table would be great.
Mhm.
It says May is Mental Health Awareness Month. That too, with the stigma-free symbol, the green ribbon. I think, we could put them up in May to use to raise awareness. And then it's every May, so we could reuse
Okay.
stuff over year by year.
Mhm.
All right, let me go reach out to people at the borough and see what they might have or a vendor they might use, because I definitely know you have a budget. That's true. So, all right, I'll circle back with that.
Okay, onwards. Bergen County Symposium is Wednesday, May 3rd. Is anybody else going to that?
I plan to attend.
Okay, awesome. I look forward to seeing you there. And whatever they provide us with, I will share it in the group or in some form or fashion, but the information will get out as quickly as possible.
Mhm.
Okay, then there's the Tenafly Nature Center's Trashathon, Sunday 5/7.
Yes, just a little promotion here. If you can sign up on the Tenafly Nature Center link, but what happens is that they'll give you pickers, trash pickers, and garbage bags, and they'll send you to specific areas in town to clean them up, and it's a really nice town-wide event. So encourage everyone to do that, because it's also really good for mental health too, to be outdoors and doing something like that. And so, yeah, I want to encourage that as much as I can. So thanks for including that, Hercules.
Okay, yeah, why wouldn't I include it? It's an awesome thing that people. And, I have a very great fondness for the Tenafly Nature Center and for nature too. Okay, then we have the Tenafly Senior Center's Health and Fitness event on May 20th. And where that is I'm trying to get us a table where we could talk about not only the stigma-free committee, but also the Access for All committee and the mayor's wellness campaign. So, all of these things exist for the people of Tenafly. So I want to try to raise awareness, and anyone who'd like to attend with these, just let me know. You'd be more than welcome to just raise awareness and help people connect. Then we have the Teen Suicide Prevention Awareness on Sunday. That's Jaden's 2/21 at the Englewood Public Library. And then I just learned about here among you the June 9th 5K run. So that's near enough to May where we just add it onto the activity instead of making it a June goal. Is there
Yep, June 4th, I'm sorry.
4th, yes.
I'm sorry. Change it. June 4th. Is there anything else I left out, or is there anything else we should be promoting and focusing on? Okay, onwards.
I think you got it.
I have a couple of other things to throw out there. One is, as Karen knows, and some of you know, I'm sure, I have other groups on Facebook, and as Julie pointed out, everything connects. They're not like separate, neat little boxes. And everybody's involved with a lot of different things. So let's use our fellowship to promote all of these other things that go towards well-being of Tenafly and beyond Tenafly. So I have groups for the Access for All campaign. That's the least active group. There aren't that many people who seem interested in disability, although there are very many problems of accommodation in Tenafly. For instance, marked parking spaces for people with disabilities. So that's something that the town is currently working on, but it's not there yet. And then there are businesses who don't have ramps where people with a disability can get in. So that's what that's all about. And if you or anybody wants to get involved in that aspect of health, I could surely use you there and be welcome you there. And also, if anybody has ideas, again, with the podcast, I'd like to interview all of you. because you're the people on the front line. You're the people interacting with individuals and helping them through their struggles. So I really would like to focus on all of you. This is Age of Heroes is the name of the category, and you guys are the heroes because you're still out there and you're still very active in these areas of concern. So if you'd like to be interviewed, I would love to interview you. Okay. That's everything that I had. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add?
I just want to say, I really appreciate you taking up the mantle, Hercules. I really am happy to have everybody else on this call. You know, some great ideas, and I think it's going to be a committee where we might start out small, but you're small and mighty. You can get a lot of things done. So I'm impressed by you all. I think it'll be great. So.
As am I. Thank you for being here. Because again, my brain sometimes feels like a small piece of butter on a big piece of bread. Let's just summarize what we're doing for May. May we will focus on promoting and as much as possible attending the events listed. Is everyone in agreement with that as a goal for May?
Yes.
Okay. We will focus, and Linda will take a point on this, on doing something at the library for the month of May that focuses on mental health and mental health awareness. Is that okay, Linda?
She stepped away.
Oh, okay. So we'll let Linda know that I volunteered her for that, since she shared that it's something she could do and that she wants to do it. Okay, and then all of you will share the resources that you brought up and share the contact people that you suggested, so that I could start contacting them and moving those things further along. And I will get back to you by the end of the week, which is by this weekend, with Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we'll set up a meeting date from there.
Okay, great.
Sounds good.
Yeah, appreciate
Sounds
it.
good.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
No, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks again, Hercules.
Thank you.
Pleasure, and thank you all. And I'm looking forward to our next conversation.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.